Calibre and Kindle on your PC or Mac. I'm Hewie Poplock. Today I'm going to be talking about the Kindle app and the Calibre app. This started out to be just Calibre, but I realized that Calibre doesn't do everything I thought it did. So let's talk about each of those. The Kindle app you get from Amazon because Kindle is an Amazon product. Kindle is a reader that you purchase to read ebooks. You might want to read your books on other devices or keep track of them, or take books that are on other devices and move them to your Kindle device. In order to do that, you need some tools. One of them is the Kindle app. The other is Calibre. And Calibre is a one-stop solution to all your ebook needs, according to their website. Kindle is a device you buy from Amazon to read books and other publications. We're not going to go into all of the different ones or how to do it. I don't own a Kindle. However, I do have some Kindle books. How do I get to those books? Well, in my Amazon account, the way I have found to do it, and there's probably easier ways to do it, but I go to Kindle Unlimited, which I am not a subscriber, but I can go to Manage Content and Devices. In the digital content, you can see all of the books that I have purchased, most of them free, but you still have to purchase them even though it's a zero amount from Amazon. Let's take this book, Deliver or Remove from Device. I want to deliver it to my Kindle for PC 6, which is the latest version. So I have all of these books now in my Kindle PC app. So let's take a look at Kindle PC. In all, I have 17 ebooks in my library. I downloaded 16 of them and one is a PDF. Let's just take one of them just so you can see. Opening a book in the Kindle app on a PC, I can go to the table of contents. I can go all the way to the top. I can see what the cover looks like. I can go to the introduction. I can go to any of the recipes. The recipes are here. As I scroll down, I can go from recipe to recipe. I can go back to the library, and then these are all of the books, again, in my Kindle PC library. If I had a Kindle, these would be on my Kindle as well. The Calibre app is downloadable as a Windows, Mac, Linux portable, as we talked about last week, and a Windows 64-bit. Calibre does not run on Android or iOS. You can connect your computer to those devices and get the information from Calibre that way. When you open up Calibre, it's going to look like this. There is one ebook already installed in the program, and it's a guide to Calibre. My original idea was to show you how to get your books from your Kindle app and put them in Calibre so you can convert them to anything you want. However, because of DRM, or digital rights management, it can't be done easily. There are ways to do it. You have to download a much older version of Kindle and some plugins for Calibre in order to make that work. That's another story, another day. However, the whole purpose of Calibre is to be able to have any of your books or documents be able to be converted into a format that Kindle can read and upload it to your Kindle device. But let's take a look at what you can do with Calibre. One of the things you can do is you can add books. In order to add a book or books from your Kindle library, what you'll have to do is go to Add Folders and Subfolders, and you're going to assume all ebooks in a single folder on multiple formats the same book. We're going to go to the My Kindle Content folder, which is the folder where the Kindle app stores your books. And we're going to say select that folder. It's going to convert whatever it can, but a lot of the books it can't because of that DRM, or the digital rights management copy protection. But it will get some from there that may not have that built in. It does take a while. It's reading the metadata and adding to the library. Because of copy protection, not all of the books were converted and downloaded to Calibre. But you will notice there are some. There's a 2-hour guide to mastering Evernote, for instance. I'm going to click on it. You're going to see over on this side, it has a picture of the cover, and it has some information there. It's now opening the book, and it's in AZW format. There is the title of the book, and as I scroll down, you can see the book page by page. There is the book. I can view from here. I can convert this particular book. Let's convert it to an EPUB, but we're just going to say OK. You can see down here that it is working. You will see now that it added EPUB to the formats, and now we have an EPUB of that book. If I click here, it not only gives us the EPUB, it also gives us a lot of information about the book, when it was published, when it was modified, then it loads the book. And we have the book again. And we can edit that metadata. You can change it, add to it, and so on. You can get books. Calibre helps you find books. And it goes out to various sources. And you can search for books by title. You can fetch news. There's not a lot of US choices in English. It's only 2. But let's go ahead and look at, since we have a lot of Canadian people on here, let's look here. You have quite a bit here. And let's just take the CBC Canada. And we're going to say download now. And OK. You'll see that it's working. It's now added it. It did take quite a while, several minutes. But when we open this, we see that it's an EPUB format. Let's go ahead and open it. It's now open. As we scroll down, you've got several topics. If we go to any one of these, you can click on the articles and open up the articles, and you can then take this, because it is in an EPUB format, you can upload it to your Kindle and be able to read the news on your Kindle, or whatever other articles or books that you have in Calibre. You can via wire, or you connect to your Kindle device and upload them. So if it connect with your Calibre and your Kindle, if you want to upload a book to your Kindle, if it's not in the right format, Calibre will note that and convert it for you so that your Kindle can read it. So if you're a Kindle user, Calibre is something you ought to have on your PC to be able to download other books and then upload them and put them on your Kindle device, and then carry that with you to read the particular books or article. What I discovered in putting this presentation together contradicted what I thought I was going to be presenting to you. I thought I was presenting reading your Kindle books on your PC using Calibre. You use the Kindle PC app for reading Kindle books, but if you want to read other books on your Kindle device, you would use Calibre to keep track of all of those and then upload them to your Kindle device. I hope this helped if you're a Kindle user. I'm Hewie Poplock.
In this tutorial, we're going to talk about making things larger and making things smaller. I'm not going to cover all the ways that can be done, but I will use the 2 most common and easiest way to do those things. Let's face it, as we get older, our eyes aren't as good as they used to be when we were youngsters. That's for most of us. So to make things larger or smaller, when you're on the internet, remember the Control key and the plus or minus key. When you hold down the Control key and then use the plus key, things get bigger. You'll notice everything gets bigger, graphics and text. When you hold down the Control key and hit the minus key, everything gets smaller. Let's not go overboard. The second easy way to make things larger or smaller is to use the combination of Control key and, on your mouse, the scroll wheel. When you go up, things get bigger. When you go down, things get smaller. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Hold down the Control key and then use the wheel and go up to make things bigger. Use the Control key and the wheel down to make things smaller. So those are the two basic and easiest ways to increase or decrease the size of everything on the internet. We don't always do things on the internet. Sometimes there are other things. I, for instance, do lots of things with PowerPoint and with Microsoft Word. And in Word and PowerPoint, the Control key and the plus and minus, they don't work. But the Control key and the mouse wheel up or down does. Let me show you. I've opened up a Word document. Now I'm going to depress the Control key and again my mouse, the scroll wheel. As I go up, it gets bigger. As I go down, things get smaller. So that's one way to make things easy when you're reading something like Word or anything else for that matter on your desktop. The Control key and the mouse scroll wheel works on almost all document files. As you see here, I have a notepad file open. Again, Control and scroll up with the wheel and things get bigger. Scroll down with the wheel and things get smaller. Up is bigger, down is smaller. And then of course you can put it right to where you want. All you have to do is hold down the Control key, and as long as you have the Control key down, this will make things larger and smaller. If you let go of the Control key, all this does is scroll through your document. Okay, so you have to remember, you need to depress the Control key and then use that mouse scroll wheel. Those are the two simplest ways that I know of making text larger. And on the website, it'll make everything larger. Now, right now, I'm on my desktop, as you can see. Let me move this over a bit. The Control key and the mouse wheel not only work on documents. I'm now on my desktop. And if I hold down the Control key and scroll my wheel mouse up, you see what happens. It gets bigger. When I hold down the Control key and scroll down, things get smaller again. So that's how you can also increase things, especially if you have small icons and you can't read them. Well, just hold down the Control key and scroll up on that mouse wheel, and now it's no problem reading what it says. That's it for making things larger and making things smaller. I hope that helped. Bye-bye.
Today, I'm going to talk about a website called Discogs.com. And this allows you to organize and determine the value of your music media collection. Now, I get asked this question all the time. Ray, I just inherited some old records from a relative, or somebody just gave me a bunch of CDs. How much are they worth? Well, now, for those that may not be aware, vinyl records have made a huge comeback. For the last few years, new recordings released on vinyl LPs have outsold their CD counterpart, even though in most cases, the latter, meaning the CDs, are about half the retail price. Now, this has resulted in original record albums, as well as some 45 RPM discs, being in demand again. So as I said, I'm often asked by friends and acquaintances if I can tell them how much their entire collection or just one record may be worth in today's marketplace. That's when I direct them to Discogs.com. What is Discogs? Well, the word Discogs comes from the word discographies. And that's an organized list of an artist's songs, which will include dates the recordings were made, the chart positions the song may have reached, and other pertinent related information. Discogs.com is a website. It was launched way back in the year 2000 and is based up in Portland, Oregon. It contains a crowdsourced database. What does that mean? That means the information is input by the general public. So this database is of audio recordings that contain a variety of formats, including 78 RPM and vinyl discs, but also has cassettes, compact discs, and more. Now, while it's open to pretty much all types of genres in recent years, the focus has been on rock music. Listen to these numbers. Discog contains over 15 million releases by over 8 million artists from over 1.8 million recorded labels, record labels, and these numbers grow daily as users continually add previously unlisted releases to the site. So getting a Discogs account, it's free and easy. Creating a Discogs account allows the user to enter their music collection and then easily retrieve their database information as needed. And members can learn about the value in the marketplace for their collection and can create a want list for others to see. So if there's a particular music that you want and you haven't been able to find it anywhere, Discogs would be the place to go. You put that in your want list and you'll find others who have it and are willing to sell it. Statistics will tell, one, how many others have this recording in their collection, how many want it, when it was last sold, and the low, medium, and high prices paid. So Discogs has become the main go-to website for those looking to buy and sell their recorded music items. So how many formats can one song be on? Well, in our lifetime, we've seen songs of many singers reappear every time a new format is introduced. Of course, records, 8-tracks, cassettes, compact discs, and now new vinyl LPs. Consider that recorded music has been pretty much always an international business, with many releases packaged for sale in multiple countries all over the world. So when you add your media to Discogs, you need to make sure you are adding the correct release because the value can vary depending on this information. And the steps to enter your music item: the first time you go to Discogs, you'll need to create a free account, and thereafter the site will remember and bring you to the sign-on page. The home page provides instructions and guidelines for first-time users. And then clicking on the dashboard icon brings you to the items you've already entered for your existing collection. The search feature allows you to quickly determine where a particular song may be in your collection, such as when the song you're looking for is on a compilation CD. Let me show you how this works. All right, let's assume that you've created a free Discogs account and you've signed in. What you're going to see now first is this welcome page. And if you look just under the web address here, there's a search box, and it gives you the ability to search by artist or by album, other ways. What I found that works best for me is I search by the album catalog number. You're going to find that usually printed on the back cover or the edge of the album sleeve. And for me, that's the best way to get started. So my wife is a huge fan of David Bowie, and she has one of, there's many LPs by him, but one of them has this number, PJ-17267. So I'm going to put that in here in the search box, PJ-17267. And if I hit enter, it'll now give me a listing. And there's 38 different releases of this one particular album. Some of them may have been on cassette, compact disc, etc. I'm of course interested in the one that was an LP album. So as I look down, the very first choice here tells me it was released, this particular version, in Canada. Well, I know my wife didn't buy it there, nor did she buy it in the Philippines. But here's one from the USA, and I'm going to click on it. And up, again, if you click on the artist name, here's an example where they'll give you all kinds of information about David Bowie and all of his different releases, but I'm actually going to go back and this time not click on the artist name, but click on the name or the title of this LP, which is Never Let Me Down. And up shows that it was, yes, issued by EMI America. Here's the number. If I really want to make sure this is the exact same album, what I can typically do is go to more images and then bring up an image of the actual record and then compare it with the record that I have. And yes, this is identical, so I know this is the correct release. So here it is, the track listing of the different songs on side A and side B, and lots of other information as I scroll down towards the bottom, different kinds of notes. And but here's the side that you're going to be interested in now. Over here, it tells me statistics, and the statistics have to do with pricing. So this LP on Discogs, one copy of it most recently sold in February of this year. But over time, it's showing me the different prices. $5 as the low end, the median of $8.50, and a high price of just under $30. And the reason those prices vary and they have those categories, that all has to do with the condition of the LP. If it's coming apart, if there's tears on it, if somebody wrote their name on it, that all brings down the value considerably. But if it's pristine, if it looks very similar to the record as well as the sleeve, the way it looked the day it was bought, new and opened up for the first time to play, then that's when you're going to get those higher prices. And there's a way that record sellers rate their, not only again the records, but the sleeves they came in with terms like VG, which would stand for very good, VG plus, near mint, or fair. A whole slew of categories you can find online what the exact meanings are as to how individuals will judge the quality and condition of the record. But anyway, what we've come up with here now is I now know that this one particular LP is worth about, I always go with the median price, $8.50. So this is the way I tell people when they ask me, well, how much are my records worth? Use Discogs to go in, find the exact album, and this could be, as I said, this could be a compact disc. This could be 45 RPM records, any kind of media that relates to music. If you have it on that media, you'll find information about it on Discogs. So hope this was helpful, and I'm going to stop recording. See you soon.